it can be really tough for a woman in the music industry. There are so many rules for what a woman should do or should be or should look like. So many artists, like I remember growing up, there was Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, and a few others. I can't really think of names right now, but there were several of them, and many of them had really great voices and they had really great talent, beautiful ladies. But one of the things that I felt that had to be done for women to become something in the music industry is that they had to show off, to flaunt. For the women, it felt like she had to have it all in order to become successful. And so there was this huge standard set for women, but it was such a worldly standard, and it was so overwhelming to know, you know, for me personally, I knew that I wanted to be a singer since I was 5 years old. That's the only thing I've ever wanted to do. And I even tried to fight it because I felt this image of myself that wasn't good enough. I wasn't pretty enough. I wasn't rich enough. I wasn't the best singer. You know, I wasn't good enough for any of that. And then, you know, my perspective started to change. I was in a talent show one time. The first time I really performed in front of people, it was like 300 people, guys, which is crazy for somebody who's terrified to even speak in front of 5 people. I stood in front of like 300 people with one of my friends. We were just singing some simple songs, and I was singing, she was doing sign language. Well, it turned out that I got sick, and so I had this fever, and I was coughing, and even on stage, and it was awful. It was the most horrible performance ever. But the funny thing is that I did it. And I pushed through those fears, and it was even a horrible performance. But for some reason, I still felt better about myself because I knew I was doing something I was called to do, even if it wasn't perfect, you know? And so the next year, I went back to that same talent show and got to perform one of my own songs, full of confidence, and I just felt this I don't know what you call it. It was just like a peace over me, something that felt like I was filling my destiny, my purpose in life. Singing for the glory of the risen King. Is that good enough? Okay, I was
gonna say keep going a little more.
Say, can move a mountain. My God is mighty to save. He is mighty to save forever. Author of salvation. He rose and conquered the grave. Jesus conquered the grave. Shine your light and let the whole world see. We're singing for the glory of the risen King. Oh, shine your light and let the whole world see. We're singing for the glory of the risen King. So then, at the age of 21, I got married to my wonderful husband. You guys might know him, S.A. And I decided I'll get back into the music, but I decided that it would be behind him, and I'll just support him and push his music forward. And, you know, I'll do stuff on the side whenever I can. And that really led to like a 10-year hiatus for my music, for what I felt like God was calling me to do. And I've realized that, not that it was a mistake to push him forward and to support him, but it was a mistake to not grow in my gift, you know, to grow in my desire and my passion. So the past couple of years, I've been just starting to write again and starting to get a vision and a passion for it again. And this coming year, I get to work on my first full album, and I'm very excited about that. So as a Christian record label, sometimes people might question the relevance of our music because not everyone's Christian, obviously. So our heart is to show the love of God, to show what He has shown us, not to force anyone into something or to make someone believe something that we believe, but it's to show the love that God has shown us. And so with that, you know, I believe that our music is very powerful, very impacting, because it is not focused on what you should do, what you should be like, what you should look like on the external, or who you should model yourself after on the external, but it is something that has shown, that God has shown us, is how to love.
Hi, we're Riley. We're sisters. I'm Katie.
I'm Kenna, not twins.
We're both music teachers. I play guitar and piano.
And of course I teach violin and viola too.
We want to present music that inspires and is grounded in truth. The reason we are so focused on Christian contemporary music is one, because it keeps me focused on God, and I can tell a difference in myself when I've been listening to secular music. No matter what it is, it just changes my focus, gets me distracted on just the wrong things, whether it be wealth or boys or keep thinking about him keeps me connected throughout my day.
Who's your audience? Remind them of what's really important.
Yeah.
And that it's not about the world and everything that you hear, everything that's on the billboards, the ads, and that it's all worthless in the end. And that the only thing worthy of your life is Christ. And we always need reminders of that.
All these things that people have told me in the past, those things are going to keep coming. People are going to tell me they don't like my voice, they don't like my looks, they don't like my music, whatever. But I know that I have a purpose, and I know that what I have to say is valuable. And I'm not saying that to toot my own horn, because I definitely don't like to do that. But I'm saying it for you, for whoever is watching this today, that you may think sometimes I don't mean enough. They don't listen to me, nobody cares about me, all of those things. But you're so much more than what anybody has said about you. You are super valuable in the eyes of God and in the eyes of me. I love you. I don't know you all, but I love you. And that's what I want to come through my music. The purpose of this music is to show the love that I've been shown, greater than all the negative things that people have told us, all told me, greater than all the negative things people might have told you, is that there's this love that is greater than any of those things, that can overcome all of those thoughts, all of those fears, all of those perceptions of yourself that aren't true. So as I write and record and perform this music, it's not for me, it's for you guys. It's so that you can learn the same things that I've learned in my life about confidence, about knowing who you are, about what real love is. Having this identity that you can find in yourself that is more powerful than anything else that anybody else can tell you. And so I hope that as you guys continue to listen to my music and to follow us, that you will find true peace and joy and love abundantly.
Won't they go? Will you fight this with me? Oh, we'll stand triumphant. Oh, they will see. I know I can't go back and change what has been said, but I choose to move on and push ahead instead for the rest of my day.